Hi everyone, welcome to my live creative time. Today, my name's Mandy Witherby and from Mandy's Papercraft Creations, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Thanks so much for joining me. Sorry, I'm a little bit bumpy today because one, I've been away for a couple of weeks. Well, I've been away from my lives for a couple of weeks, and two, since I last filmed, a few things have changed with Facebook Live. And so I couldn't find my usual controls. So I've been sitting here for the past few minutes trying to work out how to flip my screen like I used to, and those sorts of things. So, oh, is this it here? Hang on, let me see. No, that's not it there. Oh, how do I get back now? Oh, there we go. That's not it either. So I don't know how this is going to go today. So we will see what happens. Yeah, we'll play it by ear and we'll see what happens. So hopefully you can hear me okay. Hopefully you can see me okay. Now, if I hold anything up to you today, it will be in reverse because the camera is flipped to how it normally is when I start and I have the camera face to face. So if I were to hold up the mini catalogue, you're going to be seeing it backwards, which is really annoying because normally I flip my screen so that you're reading it around the right way. But anyway, that's okay. We will keep going. We'll see how we go, and we might work things out along the way. All right, now while we're waiting for everyone to jump on, I'm just going to call this up on my other devices so I can see all of your lovely comments there. So let me just bring that up. Okay, and I worked out too that there is a lighting setting. So I've lightened the lighting setting today. So hopefully that will help you to be able to see everything a bit better. So we shall see what happens. Okay, I'll just mute that. All right, all set up, ready to go. All right, so I hope you've all had a great couple of weeks. Now, since I have been on holidays over January, oh, I noticed my little brooch was sideways again. It doesn't like this fabric. This is very light fabric, and so it wants to always twist around. My little strawberry shortcake here. Yeah, so I took a couple of weeks off over Christmas and New Year's. I was back for a few days and then I went away again. So I actually went away. The second time. The first time I was just having a break at home. Anyway, needless to say, things have been a little bit all over the place in January, but we are back on track now. Hubby went back to work today, so we are getting back into the routine as of today. Still not in our usual routine because our puppy just had a major dental surgery on Friday. Not that she's a puppy, she's 4, but she's had a long-standing issue with her teeth. She's got multiple medical issues, but anyway, she had major surgery on Friday, so we're having to medicate her twice a day. So that's throwing our routine out a little bit in the mornings because we have to get up at certain times and medicate her and all those sorts of things. So anyway, I think by next week, hopefully we'll be back into the proper routine of things. But anyway, all right, well, I have got a few things to quickly share with you, and then we're going to jump into some creative time using some brand new products from the new mini catalogue and also from Sale-A-Bration. Now, let me just grab a few things from over here to show you. There we go. All right, so I've got my Sale-A-Bration brochure here as well. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that as we go. Before I jump into those things, I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be starting a few different classes up this year. So you'll hear me talk about them as time goes on. But one of the new classes that I'm starting up is a midweek card buffet. I normally hold most of my classes on Saturdays, but I thought there are some lovely people who are home during the week and looking for something to do. So I'm going to be starting a midweek card buffet once a month. So it's starting on Wednesday, the 29th of January. And I apologize that this information is back to front, but I will post it up on my Facebook page later this evening. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So different time slot, Wednesday the 29th of January. It's only $25 for the card buffet, and you'll get to create 4 cards. Now there'll be a range of different projects on display for you that you can choose from. You can choose any 4 of those. And if you want to do more than that, or you want to take some kits home to create, you can pay for additional kits if you would like to as well. So you do need to register. The registration is by the 25th of, the registration is by the 25th of January. Sorry, I was just double checking the date. So I do have a short registration on this one. Just because I've got a lot of other things happening as well with my catalogue launch coming up. Registrations have closed for that because that is next Saturday. And I've had my product shares as well, which I've been advertising, and they have now closed as well. If you missed the advertisements for my product shares and you'd still like to find out more about that, please feel free to let me know, and I'd be happy to share the information about that. I do have some still available if anybody is interested, or I can run an additional one. So all good. All right, so I'm going to pop a few of my, oh no, that's not the right one. I'm going to pop some of the links in the comments here. So if you are looking for any of those things, you'll be able to find them there. So I've just edited those. Let me just see, did the edits carry over? Oh, why did they not carry over onto my computer? That's annoying. All right, let's just have a look. I'm just going to close that, and then we'll open it back up again, and hopefully all of my edits I made on my phone will sync across to the computer. Okay. Oh, here we go. Yes, that worked. Good, good, good. All right, so I'm going to put all of these here. So that's for everything. Hey Rose, hey Jenny, great to have you here. Now that's another interesting thing. Since Facebook has changed everything, the comments are not coming up in front of me on my phone, which is probably good. Oh, okay, I've got them up there now. So many things have changed with Facebook Live in just a very short 2 weeks. But that's okay. I've got them up here on my iPad as well in front of me, but I just didn't realize that you ladies were there. So I'll clear them there again from my phone screen so that they don't distract me while I'm filming, but I have them in front of me. Hello Angelique, lovely to have you here. Fantastic. All right, now specifically going back to those links, I'm going to put in the one here for the Wednesday card buffet if anybody is interested in checking that one out. So that is a Wednesday class for those of you who are local and who, I keep kicking this step underneath me. I've got this step to put my feet on, and I didn't have it in place, but I kept kicking my feet on it. So there you go. I'll put my feet on it now and I won't keep kicking it. All right, all good. So that is coming up. The next thing I wanted to quickly tell you about was Sale-A-Bration. So if you haven't seen Sale-A-Bration yet, it started on the 7th of January, and please forgive me that you're seeing this back to front, but I can't flip my screen like I was able to before. They've removed that option, or I can't find that option, so I apologize for that. Sale-A-Bration is a great time of year. This is one of the biggest promotions that, well, I think it is the biggest promotion that Stampin' Up runs each year. It started on the 7th of January and goes through to the 28th of February. During this time, you can earn freebies, which is super awesome. There are there are free items that you can choose from this brochure with purchases of $100 or more. Now, if you are shopping during this time, during the Sale-A-Bration time, you can purchase from any of the current products, whether or not that's from the annual catalogue, the new mini catalogue, the online exclusives, the kits, the last chance products. Any of those products you can purchase, and once your once your purchases hit $100, you get to choose freebies from the Sale-A-Bration brochure. Now, if you don't have one of these Sale-A-Bration brochures and you don't have one of these mini catalogs and you would like a copy of those, they are available digitally, so I can send them to you. But if you would like paper copies, I do have some spares over on my shelves over there, and I'd be happy to send them out to you if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you are working with. So please feel free to let me know. Those links I popped up in the comments, there is one there to request these catalogs. Now, if you're watching the replay on YouTube, and thank you to all of you who are watching the replay either on YouTube or on Facebook, over on YouTube, I will put all of those links in the description below the video. So you'll be able to click on those and check them all out and yeah, see what you would like. Hey Dimity, how are you? Lovely to have you here today. All right, now during Sale-A-Bration, so there's my little shop and earn flyer. So it gives you a little sneak peek of some of those Sale-A-Bration items. I can show you the inside of the catalogs now because they've gone live, which is super awesome. Now I just want to also mention that there is an amazing joining offer during Sale-A-Bration as well. So if you would like to come and join our beautiful crafting community, we have lots and lots of fun together. We have lots of creativity with each other. We inspire each other. We gather together via Zoom each month and have a creative time and a team gathering, and I keep everyone updated with what's happening. But this is a fantastic time to join, and of course you get an amazing discount on all of your Stampin' Up! Products. So we also get to take advantage of all of the customer promotions, plus then we get our discount on top of those too. So the join offer at the moment is for $169, you get to choose $235 worth of products of your choice from anything that is currently available. Then, as well as that, Stampin' Up! Will throw in this beautiful stamp set here, which I haven't had a play with yet, but I'm hoping to share that with you in the next couple of weeks in a Facebook Live. And as well as that, you'll get to choose 2 of the Stampin' Right marker sets. So you get 10 markers in each of the sets. So we've got the subtles, the regals, the brights, and the neutrals. I got them right this time. So you get to choose 2 of those packs, which is amazing. So the total value of all of that, plus the additional freebies that you already get to choose as part of your starter kit, comes to a total of $397, which is amazing. And you only pay $169. So that is an amazing $228 worth of free product. So even if you join and then you decide that, no, it's not what you want, you don't want to stay, you will have at least until, what are we now, January, March, May, June, July, you'll have at least until July to utilize that discount, that 20% discount. But if you decide then that you don't want to stay on, that's totally fine. You can just go back to being a customer. You don't have to do anything. You can just stop ordering as a demonstrator and go back to being a customer. It's super, super easy. Now, if that option doesn't appeal to you, you can get the same $169. You pay $169. You choose $235 worth of product. Plus, you can choose an additional $51 worth of product. So if you don't want this option here, option 1, you can choose option 2. But let me just tell you, the best value is in option 1 because you're going to get so much more product value doing it that way. And of course, you'll get free shipping on your starter kit as well. So if you want more information about that and about joining my team and what I offer my team, then please feel free to reach out and let me know, and I would love to have a chat with you and answer any of your questions that you might have. And we of course would love to have you come and join our crafting community. There's lots and lots of things we do throughout the year, and it's really, really fun. So that's what is happening right now. So how about we jump into some creativity? Feel free to ask me any questions as we're going along. If I don't respond straight away, feel free to ask them again. I think we've got Amber online as well as my moderator. She's upstairs with Puppy, but I think she's on, so hopefully if I miss any comments, she'll catch them. And we will get crafting with some of these beautiful new products from the new mini catalogue. Now I have today got we're going to be I'll tell you what we're going to be creating with. We are going to be creating with the beautiful and very cute, terrific Toadstools bundle. So there's a stamp and a punch that are available. Now I don't have any toadstool or mushroom brooches or earrings, so I wore my strawberry shortcake because I thought she's pretty cute anyway, and that's kind of the closest thing I had to toadstool. Not that they're really toadstools, but they grow on the ground, I suppose. But she's really cute, and I love the bright colors in these earrings. They go really well with my black dress, so I thought that's what I would wear today. So there you go. All right, well, we will get crafting. So let me turn the camera down. Now, I'm not sure how the view is going to be. We might need to do a little bit of adjustment. So let me cover up the camera while I tip the camera down onto the desk, and we'll see how we go so that I don't make you dizzy. Now, I can't do any flippity flips because there's nothing to flip. There's no options for that. So let's just see. Actually, what's this one? No, not that one. Okay, forget about that. All right, we'll go back to here and let's see how we go. Bear with me one moment while I just get this set up. Oh, and there we go. I just realized I didn't have my phone plugged into the charger, so I should do that. Get this done up nice and tight. Plug my phone in. There we go. All right, now I am not sure. I have a sneaky suspicion that we're going to be upside down, but let's just see when the camera... Oh, I didn't adjust that down actually. Yep, that's what I thought, we were going to be upside down. All right. Close your eyes, everyone, for a moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this around. See how that looks if we are around the right way if I do that. Just waiting for the yep, that fixed that. Okay. Yeah, I was just waiting for the replay to catch up because the what I see on the screen, or what you see on the screen, is a little bit delayed to what I'm actually filming. It's about a 20-second or so delay. So there we go. So we've oh, okay, but everything is still going to be back to front now. All right, that's annoying. That's not going to work because that's still going to be back to front. Thankfully, I had this sitting here so that I knew that that was going to be back to front. All right, what we might do, close your eyes, everybody. If you get dizzy, I'm going to flip the camera back again. And this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to take it out and I'm going to have to flip the cameras over to film with the other camera, the back camera. Okay, so you're going to see the roof probably for the moment. And I'm going to flip that over this way. And then now everything should be around the right way. Sorry, everybody. It's annoying when Facebook changes things. Everything was working so well before. I had it all sorted. And now it's all different. We have to work with what we've got. There we go. So how is that now? That's a bit better. Now everything's around the right way. I think we've got good working space there. Okay, awesome. I'll get rid of my keyboard because we don't need that right now. Okay, so I think we are all good. All right, so it just means I need to use the back camera, which is probably good anyway. It is a little bit clearer, but it just means that it's a little bit more tricky for me to manipulate things, but that's okay. We'll work with that. I'll just tighten everything up. Sorry for the noise. There we go. Hopefully we've got that all good now. Right. Hopefully I don't need to touch that again. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, let's get into some creativity. Now you might have seen through the week that I showed a couple of projects which are super duper cute. So this one here uses, this is not what we're playing with today, but I just thought I'd quickly show them today. This one here is using the very cute Darling Dinos. So I thought I would show you where to find those, because I did share this card on my Facebook page a couple of days ago, or a few days ago I should say, but I thought I'd show you where to find that in the catalogue. So it's in the bundles section, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there it is. Okay, so it's on page 51. Can you see that there? Page 51. So that is the Darling, I keep calling them Darling Dinos. My daughter calls them Darling Dinos for dinosaurs, but is anybody familiar with the Flintstones? Most of you probably are familiar with the Flintstones, and they had a pet dinosaur and his name was Dino, and they spelt it D-I-N-O. So anytime I see the word D-I-N-O, I think of Dino, not Dino. So pronounce it however you like, but this is the bundle. It's very, very cute. So you've got the stamps and the dies there. You can purchase them individually, or you can save yourself 10% and purchase them as a bundle. So you'll find the bundle code over here to the left at the bottom here on page 51. That's the cheapest way of purchasing them. So they are a really, really fun bundle to create with. We've created a couple of different cards, but I've only shared this one so far because of saving some of the other projects to share at my catalogue launch on Saturday. After the coming up Saturday, after the catalogue launch, then I will share some of those other projects as well. So just giving a few sneaky peeks. But how adorable are these cute little dinosaurs? We've got the 3 little dinosaurs there. And then we've got some little accessories there to go with them, and some cute sentiments as well. There's actually 25 stamps in that set, so there's a lot in that stamp set, and it's an amazing price of $37. So it's a great price for all those different stamps in that one set. And then you've got the dies that coordinate, that cut out the dinosaurs, and you've got some additional things there. Cuts out the rocks, that cuts out all the little bits and pieces, and then you've got some additional stamp dies there as well. So super, super cute. So that's that one. And then we have, I'll just put this one back in the baggie to protect that, ready for my launch on Saturday. And then the other one that I shared is actually using products, well, it's using some of the papers from this catalogue, but it's using stamps from Sale-A-Bration. So it's this one here, and this cute stamp set here is one of the free items in the Sale-A-Bration brochure on page 9. It's this one here, the Pick a Season stamp set, and this is a free one that you can choose when you place a purchase or an order of $100 or more. So that one is really cute there, and it's got different, I don't have the actual stamp set out at the moment, I've put it aside, but it's got the different little stamps that you can fill in the tree, so you can make it for different seasons. Then you've got the little picket fence and the clouds, the different tree trunks, and you've got some grass and some leaves there as well, that you can fill in with the leaves. So with the little, you can fill the leaves in those little sections if you don't want to use those other items. So we've got some shamrocks, some love hearts, some flowers, which I've used on mine, and some eggs for Easter. So you can hide some eggs in the tree for Easter. But how cute is this? And I love the color combo here. This label here is actually from one of the ephemera packs from the mini catalogue, and the paper is from the mini catalogue as well, from one of the suites. So I'll show you where to find that paper because it's really beautiful paper. Perhaps you've already discovered it. It's from the Floral Delight suite. And here are all the papers here from the Floral Delight suite on page 35 of the mini catalogue. So if you're looking for those, that's where you'll find them. And we've used this one here. So it's the back of that one. So isn't that really pretty? Really, really pretty. Love that. So just love that color combo. So there you go. So there's a few little sneaky peeks. So there'll be a couple of the cards that'll be on display for my my launch party on Saturday. So if you're coming along to my launch party, you'll get to see those in person up close. Oh, actually, the little bee trinkets are also from that suite, the Floral Delight suite as well. They are super, super cute. They actually look, they are bees, but from a distance to me without my glasses on, they look like tiny butterflies. So you could use them as butterflies or bees. They are actually meant to be bees, but so there you go. So there's a couple of little sneaky peeks. All right, now today we are playing with, as I said, the terrific Toadstool bundle from the mini catalogue. You can find that on page 53 of your mini catalogue. Here it is here. So again, you can get the stamps and the punch separately, or you can get them together as a bundle and save yourself 10%. So here's the bundle code here on the left hand side of the page. It's a $68.25 bundle, so that's in Australian dollars. So if you wanted to get up to the $100 for earning a free Sale-A-Bration item, you might like to add in a set of dies. We are going to use an extra set of dies today, or some embellishments, some adhesives, perhaps some cardstock or envelopes or something. Make that up to $100 because there is matching paper to this. Let me just move these products in the mini catalogue, which we're going to be playing with today. I mean, in the Sale-A-Bration brochure. So let's find the papers in the Sale-A-Bration brochure. It's all these different products that you can earn. There's even, look, we'll go back to the beginning. So there's stamp sets. There's a kit that you can earn. There's designer series papers, other stamp sets. There's an embossing folder. There's another stamp set. Here's the paper here. This is the Toadstool Garden 6x6 designer series paper. So that is the one that we're going to be playing with today. It is really, really beautiful paper. Coordinates perfectly with the terrific Toadstools bundle. And I'm going to be showing that to you up close and personal in just a moment. There's also some ribbon. I've got that ribbon out today. That's the Fresh Freesia seam binding ribbon. That's another item that you can choose for free with Sale-A-Bration with a $100 order. We've got the pick of the season, which I already showed you. There's another stamp set there. There's some sequins, some adhesive backed sequins. There's some 12x12 paper as well, which I just received on Friday. So I haven't opened that one yet to have a close look at it. Then for two, if you are placing a large order and ordering over $200, there is this bundle here, the heart-shaped bundle. Now, when I looked on Friday, this one was currently unavailable, so it was out of stock at the moment. So we're just waiting on a date when they're coming in. I think it's coming in at the end of this week or next week. That one will be coming back. And then there's the Corner in Bloom stamp set as well, which is also free with a $200 order. So that is, and there's some lovely samples in here too to show you how you can use that. And then there's the information about the joining offer on page 16. And you can learn more about the bonuses in the starter kit with the QR code just there too. So there you go. Also too, if you're placing a really large order, and perhaps this might not be the size order that you would ordinarily place, but if you have friends who want to place orders with you, or like combine your orders together and put in one big order, there is a special for those who place orders over $500. So that could be a combined order with you and your friends. You might want to host a gathering and put in an order with your friends from that gathering. You'll find information on page 19, but with an order of at least $500, you'll get an additional $50 that you can choose of products for free in the online store, and that is that's on top of the usual Stampin' rewards. Okay, so that is a great bonus. So if you want to know more information about that, feel free to get in contact with me. Okay, so that's where to find all of the products. Now let's have a look at the beautiful papers. So we've had, oh, actually, let's have a closer look at the stamp set first before we do that. All right, so we've got a few different Toadstool tops, and then we've got some different sized stems or stalks. I don't know, do you call them stalks or stems with toadstools? Not sure. Hey Glenda, how are you? Lovely to have you with us today. Then we've got some grass, we've got a little lady beetle, we've got some leaves here, some other grass here. We've got this one here, which is the stems for this one here, but I guess you could use that in other ways. You could probably use that as grass or reeds or something like that, or you could even use it in an underwater scene as seaweed. Like, you could use that for lots of different ways. You're all very creative, so I'm sure that you can think of lots of different ways of using that one. Then we've got some really nice sentiments here. Just a little thank you, you are magical, and popping up to say hi. So yeah, it's a really great stamp set. So the images on the front are shown at 100%, so they are the size that you see inside. I've taken some out already and put them on blocks ready to use today. And they are a photopolymer stamp set. Now for the punch, the coordinating punch, if you turn the punch over, you'll see these three shapes. They're actually upside down, so that's the way that you would stamp them. Oh, hey Danielle, lovely to have you with us. How are you feeling? And how's your new little one? So this one punches out the two largest toadstools, as well as this stem here. Okay, now when you punch these out, they do punch out just slightly smaller than the stamped image, which is great. It means that you don't have any white edge around them, so it stamps the full color. Punches the full color, which is really, really awesome. So I'm going to show you some tips and tricks about how to use the punch as well. Now the paper is gorgeous. So in the paper, so this is the free paper from Sale-A-Bration. It's the Toadstool Garden 6x6 Designer Series paper. And these are the designs on the front side. There are 6 double-sided designs. So this is the front side, and I'll flip them over to show you the back side in the moment. Have I got them all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And there's 8 sheets of each in the packet. So that's a total of 48 sheets in the packet, which is amazing, especially when they're free. And then here's your designs on the back side. So we've got some leaves, we've got some spots and some sort of like checker pattern, more spots, stripes, and we've kind of got like this wood grain look as well, which is really fantastic. It works well with the toadstools. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful free paper. So I love this one. I love all of them actually, but I love this one with the little snail and the little toadstools, and you've got little ladybugs there. Super cute. And this one is my other favorite. Really sweet little scenes here. So you can even use a, if you don't have the stamps and the dies, you could even just use the papers, and you could either fussy cut those or you can die cut them. yeah, and use them on your projects or use them as background. So super cute. And these ones you can fussy cut as well for to make scene cards also. So lots and lots of different ideas. So there you go. So that's all the beautiful papers and the bundle. There's a few other products we're going to use as well, but I will show you them as we go. Now, these are all the gorgeous colours in the paper. The ones that are listed on, there's a couple that aren't listed on the pack of papers, but they're actually in the patterns. So the colours that are listed are the Early Espresso, the Fresh Freesia, Granny Apple Green, Melon Mambo, Poppy Parade, and Pumpkin Pie. But you'll also find in here white, of course, some Soft Sea Foam, Granny Apple Green I think we said, Pumpkin Pie we said, the Poppy Parade, no we said that one, and the Bubblegum. Is that Bubblegum? I think that one's a Bubblegum. Yeah, Bubble Bath, not Bubblegum, Bubble Bath. So yeah, and the grey granite. Was grey granite listed in there? No, grey granite. Okay, so these, yeah, so there's a couple of extra colours in there anyway. So that's what we're playing with today. Now I was trying to, we've been playing with this bundle for my launch party, but I wanted to do something different today, and I was having a little play before we went live. Now, in all honesty, Amber has played with this one, I should say, for the launch party. I haven't actually created with this one yet, so today is my first time playing with this one. So I was having a little play before we went live, and I thought what we would do is use one of the layouts in, I've got to find what page they are. I don't have that tabbed actually. Yes, I do, the sketches in the mini catalogue. Did you know that there are free sketches here in the mini catalogue? Oh, Danielle says she's going okay and James is going really good. Oh, that's great news, Danielle. Fantastic. That's really good to hear. Okay, so on page 12, you'll see there are some sketches there that if you are a bit stuck with creativity, lacking a bit of inspiration, come over here to page 12 and you can choose one of these layouts to create your project. So I thought today we might use this tag layout here, and then we're going to put that onto a card. So that's kind of what I was going with today, and I still didn't have it quite worked out before we went live, but I've got a few bits and pieces together ready to go. So we are going to be using the couple of die sets. Oops. So we're going to be using this is the Greetings of the Season die set, okay, and we're going to be using this large label from there. Now I've put mine onto magnetic sheets because this is one that I have used a lot, and so I'm reaching for it all the time because I love all the different labels in there. So we're going to be using the big one today, and then, and of course Stampin' Up! Has got lots of different solid shaped dies. These are just a couple that I have pulled out to use today, but this is the other one. This is the Spotlight on Nature dies from the Spotlight on Nature bundle, which is a beautiful bundle. The stamp set that goes with this is gorgeous, but we're going to be using some of the circles from here today to create that layout. So I thought that those ones would go really well together. Okay. And then I've got some bling and some ribbon. We'll go over that later on. All right, so to begin with, I'm going to use, this die set, the Spotlight on Nature, has 12 circle dies in different shapes and with different designs around the edges. Now I'm going to use this set, and I'm using the third largest one. So we're going to die cut that one, and then I'm going to use some of the smaller ones, and I haven't decided which small ones I'm going to use yet, but I'm probably going to use the little, I'm not sure if I'll use the little tiny one or the next one up yet. I might actually try to use that one. So we're going to have that, actually we might even use all three. We might use, yeah, we might do that. We might use all three. So I'm going to pull those all out now, ready. Has anybody used this stamp set yet? Has anybody got the terrific Toadstools? Have you used that yet? I'm just going to have a little sip of my cup of tea. Oh, it's cooling down. That's good. When I made it and brought it in here, I thought, oh, that's very hot. I'm going to burn my tongue on that. But it's cooling down, which is good. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix my charging cable. It's just hanging in my way at the moment. Let me just try and readjust that. Just going to unplug it for a sec, wrap it around. Oops, sorry, I bumped the camera. There we go. I'll probably have to readjust that now. I'm so sorry, everybody. I bumped that as I was doing that. Didn't mean to do that. Are we all good? I think we're good. Okay, good. All right, now any of the products that you're looking for, or if you're looking for any of the products, I should say, that I'm playing with today, you'll find them on my blog at mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com. Sorry, you won't find them on my blog. You'll find them in my online store. And my online store you can find via my blog or via my website, which is mandywitherby.stampinup.net. Both of those have got a shop button at the very top, so you can click on that shop button and that will take you through to my online store. This is my January 2025 host code, so if you're shopping with me, be sure to use that host code. And with orders over $75, you will receive a thank you gift from me. And every order receives a thank you card as well. So, so there you go. All right. Glenda says she hasn't used hers yet. Oh, great. Well, hopefully I'll be able to give you a little bit of inspiration today. All right. So let's bring in all of the colors. I think what I want to do, so I've just got a card front size of each of the colors here as a little bit of inspiration and to play around a little bit with the layers. And we're going to do a lot with the DSP as well. Well, hopefully that's in my plan. So we'll see how we go. Just trying to separate these. Amber had them laid out and separated beautifully for me earlier, and then I just collected them all up and just went zhoosh, and yeah, mucked up the little layout there that she had for me. Okay, so I think that's all of them. All right, I'm going to pop them down there so that we can reference those colors. And I've got the papers over to the side. I've got all of the ink colors out too because I wasn't sure which color ink colors I was going to use. So these are all the same as the designer series paper, or the colors I mentioned before. Okie dokie. So I think to begin with, we're going to stamp the Toadstools to begin with. And I think we're going to stamp them in, let's do the little one in the Poppy Parade, and we'll do the large one in the Melon Mambo, and the stems I'm going to do in the Grey Granite. Okay. Now, if, I'm just thinking, is the Grey Granite listed, was the Grey Granite listed on there? Or is that an additional colour? Because I'm just thinking, no, it wasn't listed on there. Because I was thinking the other greys would work too, like Smoky Slate would probably work. I think Basic Grey would probably be a bit too dark, but Smoky Slate would probably work too if you don't have the Grey Granite. So we'll start with those colours today. We're going to grab out some white cardstock, and I have a little tip, or a couple of tips for you with stamping the these Toadstools that coordinate with the punch. So let me grab that cardstock. fact, I can use this one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a strip. This is how, so I did it 3 centimeters. This is how I did the toadstools. I actually stamped them upside down. I did a little practice here, and I'll explain to you why I did them like that in a moment. So let's just cut a strip of 3 centimeters of white cardstock. Okay, so that's kind of all you need for the width that you need for the toadstools. And oh, we need a little bit of paper underneath us too. Hang on a sec. Grab some scrap paper. I always have scrap paper over here at the side. I've got a couple of pieces there. And I am going to use my Stampin' Pierce mat today, just because we're stamping with photopolymer stamps, and they're quite solid images. So this will just help to give us a little bit of cushioning underneath our cardstock so that we get a better stamped image. All right, so I've got my dies here. I'm just going to move them over to the side. We're going to start with our Melon Mambo, and we're going to stamp the largest one. So I've already put them on the blocks. So the ones we're going to be using today is this one, and this one. They're the 3 that coordinate with the punch. And then we might do some other stamping as well, but we're going to start with these ones that we're going to punch out. And I'm actually going to be stamping them upside down, okay? Because when you go to punch them out of your punch, they're actually upside down, all right? So we'll ink this up. Now, because we're using highly pigmented ink, it is going to stain your photopolymer stamps. Okay, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect how they work. They're still going to work really, really well. They're just going to turn a little bit pink, so they'll be pretty. So it's all good. Now, because we're using a highly pigmented ink, we need to give this a really, really good clean. If you don't like squeaky noises, put your hands over your ears, because I'm going to give this a really good clean. So give it a really good scrub. I'm going to turn it over to the cleaner side of my chamois as well. Now you can use a little bit of Stampin' Mist if you have the Stampin' Mist solution. And then I'm going to stamp that on my scrap paper to make sure we got all of the ink out of there, which I did, but you'll see now the stamp is, it is stained pink, but that's okay. It still works fine. All right, so we've got that one. Now we're going to do the smaller one in Poppy Parade. So Poppy Parade is like a pinky red. Now I didn't test the Poppy Parade before, so I'm just going to see how that's going to stamp out. Make sure it's not too wet. Sometimes if your stamp pads are a little bit juicy, it can make your stamped images a little bit blobby, but that is perfect. Look at that. That's a beautifully stamped image. Nice and solid. In fact, my Melon Mambo probably needed a little bit more ink than the ink pad, because it's a little bit more sparse with ink, but that's okay. It is great for what we need today. All right, I'll give this a clean straight away. Get those deep pigmented colors off your stamps straight away to keep them in the best condition. And let's see, we got all of the ink out of that one. Good. And we're going to do grey granite for the stem. And we're going to stamp it up this way. We're going to stamp this one on its side because that's how it's going to punch, and I'm stamping it down near the bottom. There we go. Oh, we need 2 of those actually, don't we? So I need an extra. I can't stamp another one there because of how it's going to punch out. But I do have a scrap here, so I'm punch another one out of here. There we go. Okay. Because we've got 2 toadstools, so we need 2 stalks. Stalks? Stems. Stalks. I think they're stalks, aren't they? Who knows the correct term? Stalks or stems for toadstools? nice and clean. Good. All right. So now to punch these out, well, there's a locking button on the bottom of your punches. If you're unfamiliar with Stampin' Up! Punches, I haven't put my label on this one yet because it's brand new. You're going to hold the punch together because it's closed at the moment for storage. You're going to hold that together while you slide that button up, and then you can release with that hand. So it's now open, ready to go. Okay. Now this one punches 3 shapes at once. So if you were going to punch 3 shapes at once, it is a lot of cardstock for it to punch through, which is another reason why you just want to use a narrow strip. It makes it much easier to punch through. And also too, it is hard to line these up properly if you're going to punch all 3 together, because the punch size is smaller than the actual stamped image, so that you don't get that white edge around the outside. So it's going to punch just on the inside of the inked area. So that's why you can't kind of line them up one above the other. Okay, there we go. So there's the large one. So see how that punches out the whole thing and there's no white edge? And we move that along, and we're going to punch out this little one here. And then move that along again and punch out the stem or stalk. Now you'll notice with that one, I got an extra piece. So there's our little stem, okay? And you'll notice I got an extra piece that punched out there with that, because I've lined that up down the bottom here. If I had have lined it up at the top, that probably would have been better. It wouldn't have chunked out as much cardstock there. It doesn't matter, but it just makes it a little bit harder to punch through because it's trying to punch 2 different shapes at the same time. Does that make sense? Because see, it's punched out the bottom part of this one. If I had have stamped it at the top edge, it would have been easier. It's going to do it again with this one as well. Hopefully that makes sense. See how it's punching out this piece of cardstock too? So it is a bit harder to punch through. Whereas if I stamped one up this end, I'll show you. I'll do it so that you, I think that makes sense what I said, but I'll just show you, give you a little demo so that it makes better sense. So if I stamp that at this top edge, give that a moment to dry while I just clean my stamp. I'll put that scrap paper, there it is. Okay, so when you put that into, oh, okay. So that's something that I didn't consider. When I put it into the punch, you'll notice that what I need to punch is actually down here. And the stem that when I stamped it at the top is up there. So I didn't practice that beforehand, as you can see. So there you go. So you do need to stamp it at the bottom edge of the cardstock so that you can get that in. Unless you're using a separate piece of cardstock that's very long and narrow, then you could get it down to the bottom. But yeah, so yeah, so you do need to do it down that way, and you'll just punch out that extra little bit, but that's okay. All right, so we've got those ready to go. So we'll close that punch. So squeeze it together, close the button, and that'll stay nice and flat now for storage. Okay, now the next thing I want to do, so that's our toadstools ready to go. We can adhere the stalks on there now if you want to, but I'm actually going to wait because I want to wait to see how I'm going to position them as to how I want this adhered, and you know what sort of angle I want these stalks on. So I'll just pop them over there to the side for the moment, and we're going to die cut this circle so that we can start creating our little scene on there. So I've got here, hang on a second, I've dumped something on top of it. There we go. So I have got a piece of white cardstock that is 7.5 by 7.5 centimeters, and we're going to die cut that with our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I got some brand new plates in the holidays, and so it's a bit marked now because it's been used, but I got some new plates for my big machine as well, because some of them were getting a bit chopped up and a bit warped. So I like to use the most used one on the bottom, and then the new one I use on the top, and then you get less marks on your cardstock as you're running them through with a clean plate on top. Whoops, that just twisted. There we go. So this is the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. If you haven't seen it before, there is a regular size one as well that takes the larger dies and the larger embossing folders. But this one's just a great little desktop unit to have. And I did bring out my my Take Your Pick tool adjustment, which is the die brush, and it comes with 2 of these foam mats as well to clean out your dies, and I just put it in a little old Tupperware container that I wasn't using. Okay, so there's our piece, and then we've got some of the white cardstock stuck in those little stitched detail, so I'm just going to roll the die brush around the die to release those, and you'll see them coming out there on the foam mat. There we go. Sometimes some of them need a little bit of extra help, and if you need to, you do have the other attachments on your Take Your Pick tool, so you can just use your pokey tool or your paper piercing tool to poke those additional little pieces out. Oops, there's one I missed. There we go. And you'll need to have your die nice and clean for your future cuts, because otherwise the cardstock can get caught up in there and then it won't cut as well. Okay, we'll clean that, that plate off. That's another thing you need to do between cuts, is make sure you don't have any little pieces of cardstock left on your plates, because that can affect how your dies will work. And it can actually put impressions into your piece that you're die cutting as well. All right. So we will be doing a little bit more die cutting in a little while, but we're just starting there. And we're going to bring in our scrap paper again, and we're going to be creating our little scene on this piece here. Now in the set, you've got some grass, you've got little toadstools, and you've got these ones as well. You've got a little bug. So you can make your scene in lots and lots of different ways. Now, because we are stamping on a circle and this grass area has a flat bottom, I was experimenting with that before we went live, and I was struggling a little bit to get a nice coverage of the grass here on the curved edge because this part is straight. When you stamp it onto like a straight cut piece of cardstock, it looks fantastic. It's a really cute little grassy mound there. But I was trying all different sorts of ways to try and do it nicely on the circles, and I was having a bit of trouble trying to get different, I kind of wanted like the different little hills, but I kind of was struggling a little bit to get it exactly how I wanted it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to just stamp one across the bottom, and it'll just be a little bit of green. You can use your blending brushes. That's another thing I was trying, was using my blending brushes just to put a bit of blended ink at the bottom. You can do that for sure. And another thing I thought of was using, so I had all these different ideas. Sometimes we get too many ideas, don't we? I was thinking of even die cutting one of the pieces of designer series papers with the scenes on them, and then putting the toadstools on top of that. Oh, hi Chitska, how are you? Lovely to have you with us. Because I was thinking it would be really cute to even have those other things in the background. So say that was the card. I'll show you with this one first. So you could even do that and use that as your background and start your scene with the designer series paper. So you could do, say this was the die cut circle, and you could have that in the background and the toadstools in the front, but I kind of wanted to utilize some of the other stamps, but that's another option that you could do as well. So lots and lots of different ideas. It would look great on this paper as well. So if you had a circle there, you could then pop these up on dimensionals and have the additional toadstools with the smaller ones there. You could just have maybe the big one. Yeah, you'd probably just have the big one. Yeah, so just a few different options of incorporating the paper and the bundle together. But we're going to create a little scene here, so I am going to use my Granny Apple Green. How are you, Chitska? How are things going over there with you? All right, so I'm going to ink this up. Now my Granny Apple Green is very inky. So you can choose to either stamp off first and then stamp it on, but I'm just going to stamp it straight on. And I'm just going to do a little grassy mound at the bottom. Now that will lighten up as it dries. It is quite deep at the moment, but that's where we're kind of going to start, I should say. But see what I mean by having that straight edge along the bottom kind of cuts off all of that added detail of the mound, so you just get that little mound there, but I think that's still cute. So we're going to start with that. So that's the difference between stamping it on a straight surface and stamping it on a rounded surface. So, but we're going to start with that, and we will build it from there. Let's give this one a clean. Now, who's crafting with me today? Is anybody crafting along with me today? Feel free to craft along with your own projects, chat with me. Let me know what you got up to over Christmas and New Year. I know I have been live once since Christmas, but I feel like, yeah, there's probably some of you that weren't on 2 weeks ago that are here now, and I'd love to chat with you. So feel free to chat with me. Okay, so we've got these other stamps here. I'm just going to put the stamp set there so that I can see these different ones, and we can see what other stamps we might use on here. Now we need to have the toadstools sitting down on the grass, so we're going to need to bring, or the stems I should say, so we're going to need to bring the toadstools down a little bit. There we go, that will be cute, like that. In fact, you could even trim this one just a tad. I think I'm going to trim this one down a little bit. It's going to take a little bit off the top there. Make that a bit shorter so that I can situate that toadstool right where I want it. There we go. That will be cute. And I think we can fit a little lady beetle, and we might even be able to stamp. What do you reckon? Do you reckon we'll be able to stamp a little small toadstool maybe in the background here? I think maybe we might be able to fit a third one there in the middle. Let's give that a go. So that's a really small one. These ones here, if we put them on those stalks, they're quite tall, and I think they might be a bit too tall. So let's just use the little one there, and we'll get the little lady beetle out as well. So yes, we are just playing today, having a little play, but we are going to create a card. Let me get out a couple of smaller blocks. Now, not all of these sizes of blocks are available anymore. I believe these tiny little A blocks are not available anymore, but I think the B blocks are. Or is it the C block, the next one up that is? I can't remember. They have changed a few of the sizes that they offer now. Now, as I haven't played with these little ones before, we are just going to do a little test, and we'll do a little clean of them as well on the paper before we use them. But that is looking super adorable. Okay, let's get some ink. So we want some grey, and I think the little one, what colour do you reckon the little one should be? Should I do it in, let's have a look what's on there. I think maybe, should I do it in the Fresh Freesia? So we'll bring in the Fresh Freesia as well with it, and we'll have the 3 colours. Let's test it in Fresh Freesia and see how it looks in that colour. And I'll need the Poppy Parade for the Lady Beetle too. So I'll get the Poppy Parade out as well. All right, let's have a look at this little one. So this one I haven't used before. Not sure if Amber has used this one. So just give it a few stamps, give it a little twist, and we'll give it a clean just to make sure. There we go. And with the stem is going to be in grey, the same as the other 2 stems, or stalks, stem, stalk, whatever you want to call it. So let's see, yeah, give it a little twist, give it a clean. Yeah, I reckon we stamp that in the middle first. So I might move these 2 out of the way, and we're going to stamp that in the middle. Well, actually, maybe I should try stamping it with this one first to see how it looks. Oh yeah, that'll be cute. Okay, is that the only other? Yeah, that's the only other stem. Okay, so this one's got a little fat stem, or a little chunky stem, and with that one right in the middle there. That's really cute. And we'll get our little Fresh Freesia, and we'll stamp that right. Got to get my head in here, so I apologise if my head is in view. There we go. Cute. That one's got a little wide stem. Very cute. All right, we'll give them a clean. Now, as for the little lady beetle, I feel like the little lady beetle needs to be crawling across the grass there. So maybe on the left-hand side. Let's just see how these will position. I've got to see where I can fit it. Am I going to even fit it? That's the question. Get this one down a bit lower. That one up a little bit higher. Oh, maybe we can fit. Oh, it might be a bit close, mightn't it? I'm just going to test to see how that one stamps out actually, because I haven't stamped with that one yet. Okay, so it's just a solid little red bug. I guess you could, if you didn't want it to be a lady beetle. Oh, you know what? Where's my, got my black Stampin' Right marker here. I wonder, that's my old one. Do I have the new one? I thought I had a new one with the new tip on it. Here it is. Is that the one with the new tip? Yes. Wondering if I can put little black dots on it. Oh yes, could do that. Use my Stampin' Right marker to put some little dots on it. Now I'm just wondering, am I going to fit it in there though? I might need to move that stem over a little bit. Not sure how it's going to fit. Unless I put it up, I'd have to fussy cut it. If I want to put it, I could put it on top of the toadstool, but I would have to fussy cut it if I'm going to do that. I could do that. Could fussy cut one. Let's stamp one on here and see. Do another one just in case. Always good to have 2. Doesn't hurt, does it? What if we fussy cut it and then put it on top of the toadstool? Would that be cute? Or we could do it in orange. Oh, actually, what if we did it in pumpkin pie and we had it an orange lady beetle? Amber says, I've seen the tiny mushroom top being used on the ladybug. Ah, I hadn't thought of that. That's a good idea. All right, let's see what in black, or what colour would you do it? I guess you'd do it in black, wouldn't you? Would you do it in black? Let's see. Let's give that a go. I'll just test it on my so if I'm going to do black, I'll need to get, I guess you could also use basic grey because it's a dark grey, but I'll get my Memento and I'll try it and see how that looks. Oh yeah, I need to kind of line it up. Yeah, that would work too. You kind of need to line it up at the top though of the lady beetle. Yep, that could work too. It's pretty cute. Actually, let's try one of these ones. I'll try one of these ones with this one. It's just a little bit trickier to line it up. It's hard to see because I've got black ink on it. Oh, that's not too bad actually. And then I'll try one with the spots with my marker. And we'll see which one turns out the best. I was going to try an orange one as well. Now let me just give this a clean. Because the orange is nice and bright and it'll bring in another colour as well, which will help to coordinate better with the paper. So let's do an orange one. I've got some other scraps over here. Hang on a sec. There we go. Let's do a couple of orange ones. They're cute. So what colour lady beetles do you normally see around your place? Do you see orange ones or do you see black ones? And I just stuck my finger in the ink. We mainly get the red ones here. I think occasionally I've seen an orange one, but not really at home. Usually if I've been at other places. But I think here at home we usually get the red ones. Does anybody know much about lady beetles? Like, are they different? I guess they would be different varieties, different species, would they? Different, what do you call them? Different breeds of lady beetles, if they're orange or if they're red. There we go. So we got that one. I must look into that one day and see what the difference is between a red one and an orange one. That might be too many spots now, but that's okay. So what do you think? Which one do you like? Like those ones or the red ones? Let's put some spots on the red one. I think they look better with less spots. And I think I like the red one better. So I might give this one a little fussy cut. Oh, hi Brian, how are you? Sorry, I only just saw that you'd said hello there. You probably said hello a few minutes ago. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. Just focusing on my little lady beetle right at the moment. How are things going over there? We've had some really bizarre weather this past week. There's been a lot of rain. There's been some warm days. Today's another warm day. We've had rain, we've had wind, we've had storms. It's been absolutely crazy over here lately. John and I spent a few days in South Australia last week. In fact, this time last week we were in South Australia. What time is it? Yeah, I was just wondering where we were this time last week. And it was really warm the whole time we were over there and no rain or anything. It's actually very dry over there at the moment. They've not had a lot of rain for quite a while. They need some rain over there. It's very, very dry. It's very dry and brown everywhere. But we had a lovely time over there. Got to see my aunt and uncle and my other aunt as well. Got to see some of my cousins who I rarely get to see, which was fantastic. And one of my cousins and her husband took us for a scenic drive along the coast. So we went for the day and went and had a look at a lot of tourist spots and beautiful views and the ocean. And yeah, it was really, really, really a lovely time over there. So had a little bit of a rough start to the trip. I wasn't well, to begin with. So we had to delay our flight and then get on the next one. And so it was a bit crazy there. At the beginning we thought we weren't going to get there at all, but I came good and we were all good, thankfully. All right. Tell you what, I reckon Amber is better at fussy cutting these tiny little things than I am. I'm sure it's my eyes now that I'm older. There we go. There's our little tiny ladybug. That one over there. Okay. Hey Vicky, how are you? Ah, it's lovely that you caught me live. Okay, so here's our little tiny, our little tiny ladybug. So we can either put her up there, but I think we're going to lose her actually in that colour. Yeah, so I think we're going to need to put her down here. Maybe she can be going across there like that. Could put her there like that. What do you think? I'm feeling like my little ladybug is losing definition. She might have been better in the orange. Anyway, I'll use that one today. We'll use that one for this card. I might do an orange one next time. Okay, so what else do we have? Let's have a look. What else have we got? So yeah, I think that's all that we will use on this scene. Now, if you wanted to, you could do some blending in the background, put a bit of blue in the sky. It's up to you how fussy you want to go with it. But I think I'm just going to leave it as it is, like that. Just having a look, we've got leaves there as well. Yeah, no, I think I'll just leave it like that, because we've still got some other elements we need to create. Okay, so what I might do is put that all together now with the toadstools. And I think I want to mount the toadstools. Do I want to mount them up a little bit, or do I want to stick them flat? What do we want to do? I might mount them up, I think. So I'll get a little bit of glue to attach the stems to them. So that one's going to go there like that. I'm just going to put a little dab of glue on the back here to attach the stems to the front, and then we'll put some dimensionals behind them so that they are popped up a little bit higher. So we'll just get that kind of positioned how we want it, like so. And then this one is going to go, it's going to fit in there. That angle. Did you see that? I just went to take the lid off and the lid was already off. So put that one there like that. At a bit of an angle. Oops, sticking to my finger. There we go. Okay, good. All right, and then we'll grab some dimensionals, and I'll probably use a combo of small and large dimensionals because we've got the stems as well. So we'll use some large ones on the top and some mini ones on the bottom. If you don't have, oh, these ones are kit ones, so I don't want to use them in conjunction with the other ones because these are the standard ones and they are different heights. Let's see. Oh, I've got to stretch to get my other pack. There we go. I've got another sheet of those ones. So I'll use those kit ones. The dimension of the dimensionals that come in the kit are a little bit higher than your standard dimensionals. So just be careful if you are mixing the minis with the regular size ones, that they are either both from the kits or that they're both just the standard ones that you purchase separately. Okay. Get my Take Your Pick tool, my trusty Take Your Pick tool, one of my most used tools in the craft room. Probably just need 2 on those ones, and we'll do 2 on this one. In fact, I probably should have put them a little bit closer together because is that going to hang off the edge? Oh no, that'll be okay. That'll be all good. All right, and then we'll get some minis for the stem. Now let's see, can we fit them? I think we're going to have to cut these in half, so I'll get my tape scissors. And we are going to have to cut them in half. You can use your edge pieces as well from your Stampin' Dimensionals. Make sure you utilize those edge pieces, don't throw them out. There we go. And we'll chop this one in half. Oh, thanks, Glenda. Oh, you have to go. No worries. Feel free to come back and watch the replay when you get a chance to see the finished product. We're going to use some of that beautiful designer series paper. But it's been lovely having you with us, so thank you for joining us. Okay, so let's pop this one down here. Like so, and this one on the other side. I love creating scene cards. They're super fun and you can make some really cute scenes. There we go. And then our little ladybug. Now, do we want our little ladybug there or in front? I think we're going to need to put our ladybug on a dimensional as well. Just put one there and we'll pop her up here, just going onto the stem there like that. There we go, that's cute. All right. Now, okay, so that's our little scene created. So now we've got to do the rest of the card. Now we're going to put it onto a tag, and I'm just deciding, I was thinking of cutting the tag out of, we can either cut the tag out of a solid colour, or we could cut the tag out of designer series paper. But I'm thinking with the scene, it might be a little bit busy with the scene on designer series paper. We're only going to be using a small amount of it, but it might be a little bit busy. So wait, let's do one sheet at a time. So that could be cute, actually. That could be cute. We've also got the B side of these. Oh, this one might be nice. That could be nice with the leaves in the background. That could be pretty. That one, probably not. I think not that one. We could do that one, but you're probably going to lose a lot of that. We could put this one in the very background. Like we could have that as the layer on the card. I really like that one. So we might have that one as the layer on the card. And we'll use one of these other papers as the background piece for the label, the tag. That one might be a little bit too, we lose a lot of the detail on that one. I think we need like just a colour. Oh, that's pretty too, isn't it? That's pretty. So that one could work. This one might be, oh, actually, I was thinking this one might be too busy, but I don't know. Is it though? Maybe not. Oh, that would look really good with the grass under there too. That could be cute. And then onto there. And then we've got this one, which this one has got like an ombre effect with the colours changing. So you could really choose which colour you wanted to have in the background. That one could work well too, actually, couldn't it, as a tag? That could be the winner. What do you all think? We do have wood grain as well. The wood grain is always awesome. So the wood grain is, that would look really nice. It's a bit more muted in colour tone. It's a bit more sort of neutralish. There was that one too, but I think that one's a bit too much. That one might be a bit too much for this card. Yeah, that's way too much. Okay, so we won't use that one, but we're thinking maybe that side. I don't know. So many choices. And then there's that one as well, but I think, I don't know, maybe let's see. No, I think that one's too busy. That one's too busy. Okay, and I think not that one. All right, so we've got this one, which if we did it up that end, we'd get that green there. But that might be too much for that one, is what I'm thinking. So let's remove that one from the suggestion box. This one is quite nice. Yeah, that one could go. Will you like the wavy colours, Angelique? This one. Okay, Angelique liked this one. Oh, Amber said she liked the wavy colours too. Okay, we could go with that one. It is quite cute in the background, isn't it? All right, well, let's go with that one then. Okay, thank you, ladies. All right, so what I'm going to do is I will cut. Now, let me just check what's on the other side. Okay, so it's only that, so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to cut this designer series paper to the size, whoops, to the size that I need. Let's move my ink pads back. So I'm just going to cut it just larger than the size that I need. I don't want to chop it all up because I don't know what other projects I'm going to use it for at this stage. So I want to maximize the paper. So I'm just going to chop a section out. Now I don't often do that. I often will either chop it one way or I'll chop it the other way. But this time I'm going to maximize the paper. And what I might do, because this is just going to be in designer series paper, and designer series paper, as we know, is a bit more flimsy, and we are putting something quite detailed on top of it and heavy, I might cut 2 of these, one in the DSP and then one in some paper as well. In fact, what I might do is I might even cut it. I might cut one in that color as well, and then we'll adhere them together. So I'll cut them out both separately. I'm not sure if that die would cut through both of them in one go or not. It might be a bit of a strain on my little mini. We don't want to break it, so I think we'll just cut 2 to be safe. Now I'm just going to put it at a slight angle to help it feed through the machine so we don't get that speed bump, because we've got the straight edge here on the bottom. So just going to put the die at a slight angle, stagger my plates and take that through. There we go. Got a little bit of a speed bump, but not too bad. Okay. Work that out of the die. That's really cute. All right, and we'll do another one in the bubble bath, and it'll actually fit that way. So I'm going to cut that down. I'll just do that off camera. Cut that down a little bit smaller, and we'll run that through. Actually, I'll just take that bit of cardstock out of the hole there just to make sure that that's going to cut through okay. Okay, put it at a bit of an angle. Oops, let me put it down a bit lower. There we go. Okay, this is such a cute bundle to play with. I love it. One of our team members is actually creating with this one at the moment too as our showcase stamper of the month. So every month in our team, one of our team members volunteers to be our showcase stamper of the month. They get a free stamp set from me, which they create with during the month, and they create one project a week, or at least one project a week. We got 2 last week from Penny, which was awesome, to share with our team, and that creatively inspires our team, gives us ideas of how to use the products, and yeah, and Penny's been playing with this one. So she's been inspiring us with her creativity. All right, so I'm going to adhere these 2 together. Yeah, she's been making some really beautiful projects. And then the team member who is the showcase stamper of the month, they get to keep the stamp set that that I've purchased for them to create with during the month. And we usually collaborate a little bit, and you know, I give them some suggestions of which stamp set, and then they choose from the list of ones that I give them. So yeah, so it's just one of the fun things we do as a team. Not all of the team participate in it, but that's okay, because you know, people have got different commitments and things. Busy people in our team, but yeah, no, it's really fun. All right, so that's nice and strong now that we've got the cardstock behind the designer series paper. Just make sure that's sealed all the way around. Beautiful. Okay, good. Alrighty. Oh, that's super cute. Look at that. Good choice, ladies. That goes really well. Fantastic. All right. Now, back to our layout. we did have 2 additional circles that we were going to use in the layout, so I'm thinking maybe to break that up a little bit I could use that one. There was an additional one on the top which I think we'd need to use a smaller one, a smaller die. I think we need to use that one on top. I don't even know if we're going to fit an extra one. We can change this color up too. I'm just using that one at the moment because I had it already die cut. So there was that one and then that one. What color would I make that one on top, do you reckon? Maybe in the, so what have we got? Maybe that one. So we've got the pink, and if we do put it on that, is that going to work or is that going to be too much? It might be too much, mightn't it? Might need to have on the other side of that one. I think we lose that then, that's a bit bright. Oops. We have to work out now what our other layer will be, and then maybe we could do the extra circles once we have that worked out. I was going to put it on that one, but I think it's going to be too busy, isn't it, in the background? What does everyone think? Depending on the background, if we have a little border, we could have a base of granny apple green with that, and then that. We could even put that on an angle. Too much? I think we need to mount that up on here. Let's put some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of this one, and we just won't take the backings off them yet. We'll see how that's going to look on the tag popped up. Stick one in the middle for good measure. Oops, the backing's coming off that one. I don't want the backings off yet. Sit that on there, and let's see. So I love the scenery of that one, but maybe we need a bit of white to break up the color. So what about this one in the background? Probably not on that color. What do you all think? Bit much? Or we could just do a strip of that. I really like this one actually too. It's cute as well, with the smaller images in the background. So many choices. That might be nice. Or the green one. I need my little, I've got a little template here. Hang on a sec, I'll grab it. This is my little card front size template. So that's the size of the card front. We can put some ribbon on there. We could put some ribbon around the bottom as well. What do you think? That would be cute. I think I need a lot of help today. So out of practice. Been away too long. So I think that one works. What about this one? The ribbon won't work on that one actually because the ribbon is the same colour. So I think that one's going to be out. It does look nice on that one, but I won't be able to use the ribbon if I use that one. What about the spots? Do you have a little template like this that you use to work out your card fronts? I think that's a lot. That's a bit much. Could probably have a little bit smaller than that because we'll have the card base below it. But yeah, I think that's still a bit much, that one. And not the stripes because we've got wavy lines here. I think this one will be too bright. Did I try that one before? I can't remember now. If we have a little 2mm or 3mm border, it'll be about that size. No, I think you lose the tag a lot on that one, don't you? Because it's such a dark colour. See, this is what we do. We just play around with all of the colours, play around with all of the papers, and see what we like best. And this is the best way to do it, to work it out. So if you want to create a template like this, basically what we did is just cut out of the corner of an A4 sheet of cardstock the size of your card front, or if you're using the American or Canadian size, just your standard size full sheet of cardstock. You can just cut out your card front size out of the top left hand corner, and then you can use that to lay on your designer series paper, on your cardstock, to work out how your layers will sort of look and how they'll work together. Well, that might be nice on that. Cut a white tag as well. Okay, you're thinking this one might be a bit too busy now. I think if we're going to go with really busy background tag, then we would need to have, well, you know what? The other side of it is white. No, it's not. It's bubble bath. I was thinking it was white. But what if we had a plain colour tag and a more patterned background, which might break it up a bit more. If we have a white tag, it'll be this white shape on white. So I don't know how that will go, if white on white will look any good. But this one kind of breaks it up a little bit. This designer series paper. Put that around there. We will have ribbon on the tag as well, or we can put a bow up there. Might work on that one. What colour base would we have then? We could have it on grey. Oh no, because that will be too much. Too same. Could go with this colour. Put a white tag under the other tag. Oh, as an offset. Oh, got you. Yep, we could do that. That would be good. Okay, we just won't see the bottom of the thing. Yeah, okay. I get it now. I get it. All right, let's find another piece of white and we'll cut another label. Where's the other? where did I put the die now? Oh, there it is. Okay. Just cut a piece of cardstock to fit that die. Oopsie. We can add some extra colour over the side here too with those other circles. Can't pick it up. There we go. Have a go for time. Oh wow. Okay. So this is what happens when we craft on the fly and make it up as we go. It goes really long. But it's what we do at home, isn't it? Like we sit, we create, we fiddle around, we play with different designs and different papers and patterns and colours and things, and it's all part of the process. And it's all part of the fun. Okay, pop these out. These little toadstools would look so cute on a scrapbooking layout as well, don't you reckon? That would be super cute. Okay, so if we had that as a card front and that as the layer. And then we had a white offset tag like that. Oh yeah. Might be onto something there. Good suggestion, Angelique. Thank you for that. That could be cute. And then if we put we need the sentiment as well, still as well. So on the original design, the sentiment was coming across here. Oh, you bought them to use on a scrapbooking layout. Oh, awesome. You'll have to show me when you make your layout. I'd love to see it. So if we put that there and we could put another colour here. Does that help to break it up a little bit then? Move that up a tad. Or we can do two little ones of these. I might die cut two of these smaller ones. I'm just going to have a look and see what the design around the other one is. Oh, if I can find it here. Hang on a second. Is that one or that one? Oh, it's be the same as that. I might use this one, which is different. I think that one goes. Okay. And then this colour. What colour should that one be? Or should I have that one as green to go with the grass? And then this one is the purple. Decisions. That across there. Or do we not use that one at all? Maybe we just don't use that one. Where's my layout? Oh, it's supposed to go over there like that, according to the layout. Will chop off a little bit of my design here though. I could go there. I don't know if I want that one. I like that one there. I don't know if I want this one. We still need our sentiment on there though too. So I was going to use this one popping up just to say hi, but I think that's going to be too big with this now. So I think we're just going to use the little, just a little thank you. So I might grab that one out because that's a smaller sentiment. And that'll give us more space to play with. I might just stamp that on a little label and just put that there, I think. I think I'll just get a block to mount that up on. Hey Rose, oh, you have to go. No worries. Thank you. Thanks for being here. I will post up a photo of the finished product when I get it done. It was lovely to have you with us. Enjoy your dinner. All right, and then we'll stamp the sentiment. I think we're going to do the sentiment in the Melon Mambo. And I'm just going to stamp that onto a strip of white. Now let me just measure this. This is just under 1.5. So I reckon if we do a 1.5 centimeter strip, got some little off-cut pieces here from cutting the pieces for this project. So if we do a little 1.5 centimeter strip, we should fit that sentiment on there. Just stamp that on here. And then we can trim it. Oh, that's nice and fine. That's great. And then we can trim it to the size that we want. My ink pad got a bit stuck then. Okay, so just a little thank you. Now let's yeah, I think I'm going to go with this background because I think that is breaking up the busyness of this paper. And yeah, what do you all think? Do you like this? Do you like this wood grain one in the background, or do you think now that I've got that white one there that I should maybe put it on a different paper? Maybe this one, but not with that background. Oh, actually that's cute too. Could put that on a soft seafoam background. Sorry, base. Soft seafoam base, and have that like that. I really liked your idea, Angelique, of breaking that up. So it'll be like that. Yeah, with the white. Oh, I think that one. I like that one in the background. Do you all like that one? Yeah, I think we'll go with that one. All right, let's get our base. I'm just going to move all these other cardstocks out of the way. We'll go with that. We've got that. We have to decide on those. Yep, okay. Let's get our card base. So I've got half a sheet of A4 cardstock here. I'm just going to double check that it is definitely cut at 14.85. Yep. All right, so we're going to score this at 10.5. And then use the edge here of our trimmer to get that nice and squared up. And I'll grab my bone folder. Where did I put that? There it is. My bone folder. Just burnish that. Oh, we'll leave that there because we need to cut our background piece or our layer, which is this one here. And this one is going to be, I think we'll do a 2mm border. So we'll cut this one at what are we doing? 10.1 centimeters across. So 10 centimeters wide, 10.1 centimeters wide by 14.45 long. There we go. We can use that extra little piece on the inside. This piece we can use for another project. that is our layer piece there. Okay, and that will go on there. We can put some ribbon around here. So let's put some ribbon I just might tie it around the DSP and tie a bow. I think we're getting there, everyone. So we'll do that first. We'll tie a bow. It doesn't matter if we don't get it in the right spot to begin with, because we can shimmy that over. Just don't want to pull it too tight because we are tying it around a piece of designer series paper, not cardstock, so it's a little bit more flimsy and it will tend to bow if we pull it too tight. But if we do pull it a bit tight to begin with, we can loosen it off. So we'll tie our little bow. Oops. This is really, really soft ribbon, this one. It's beautiful. We've had, oh, I'm pulling the wrong, oh no, that's right. We've had this ribbon before in other colours. We had it, I think the last time we had it in white, which was great because we could colour it. This one being that it's a light colour, you could still colour it in certain colours. So if you were doing blues or darker greens or darker blues, you could certainly colour it. There we go. Now I've got it not quite in the right spot. I always like to have my bows over to the side, so I'm going to shimmy that across over to the right hand side. There we go. And just shimmy that down a little bit. It's a bit high. There we go. Okay, and then these two, so none of this is stuck together yet, but I think I need to stick these two together and then tie the ribbon through those two. So I think that kind of is a good amount of white that we're seeing there, just to break it up a little bit. Line those up. I'm just going to scoot a little bit of glue down here where that's going to hold there. Flip it over and put a little bit of glue under here, just holding them in place so that they stay where I want them. Come on, glue. Whoops. There you go, and I'll put a little bit under this corner here too. If I can get my glue running, there we go. Just hold those layers together a bit better. There we go. Okay, so we'll tie some ribbon around those, or through those, I should say. Now I might just, now you can do different things. You could put a bow there, but I've got a bow down there. So I think I'm just going to snip a piece of ribbon and I'm just going to tie it through the hole. It's a very tiny hole, so I'm just going to scrunch up the ribbon and thread that through. And then we'll go over. So yeah, any of the tags that have holes, you've got lots of options. You can tie them through like this, or you can just put a bow there to cover up the hole. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. But there we go. So I will need to shorten those, of course, because that's way too long. So we're just going to trim those off a bit shorter. Separate them. There we go, that will be cute. All right, so now we've got the layers there. feel like we can. Now I'm just thinking, would it be better off on Granny rather than the soft sea foam? I'm wondering if the Granny apple might be better, because then it brings out these darker leaves and it's in keeping with the, yeah, I think we'll go Granny apple green rather than the soft sea foam. I was just looking at it as I was putting the ribbon on and everything, and I was thinking, looks a bit wishy-washy. So I'll get a piece of Granny apple green. And we'll create the card base from that instead of the soft sea foam, just to give a little bit more contrast, because it was just a little bit too pale. But it would work well if that's what you had. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that I wanted just a little bit more contrast in the colours there. That will be better. Yeah, okay. Good. All right, I'm going to, now I've got my my ribbon on there and my bow, sorry, my ribbon on there. I think I'm just going to adhere that now before we move on. And because I've got ribbon on there, I would prefer to use some tear and tape just to hold that ribbon in place, and because the glue just absorbs into the ribbon, so if I was to put glue over that ribbon, then I might get a bit of gaping at the sides of my card there, because the ribbon would just absorb the glue, so, and it wouldn't really adhere to the card just at that point there where the ribbon is. So prefer to take this over the ribbon and just get that to hold in place. In fact, I'll lift that up a bit, stick that down across there. There we go. Should have done the sides first before I did the top and the bottom, so that it would go straight over that ribbon, but I did it a bit back to front today. That's okay. That's okay. There we go. All right. So now I will remove it from the top, and we'll just position that in place, and then I'm just going to remove the top piece of tape first. Oh, I have removed the top piece of tape, sorry. I'm just going to adhere down the top first, and then I'll do the right side. Just do them one at a time so that I can get them adhered nice and flat and everything all lined up. So that we don't have any buckles in the paper, or hopefully not. There we go. Yeah, and now our ribbon is nicely secured. If you wanted to, you could put a little glue dot underneath your bow as well, just to hold the bow in place, which I might end up doing. But for now, I'll just keep it like that. And then I'm going to adhere these tags onto there. And because I've already got a layer here, I'm thinking I'm just going to adhere them flat, because otherwise I'm going to have a layer, then a layer, then a layer. We're going to end up with so many layers. So I think I'll just adhere those flat. I get my glue working. There we go. A bit on that one too. Flip them over. I'm going to put them right down there so that we've got space here at the top for that ribbon. And that ribbon is just going to go off the edge of the card a bit, but that's fine. I'm happy with that. Okay, now before we adhere these ones, we have to decide about these extra little circles, if we're going to go ahead with those. I like that one there, and then we need to put our little sentiment label. Now I'm just thinking, do we still have a yes we do. I was just thinking, do we still have a pick a punch? And we do, and I might use that little scalloped end on the label. Just see what that looks like. Not sure if I've got it at the right length yet, but I just thought I'd see. Oh yeah, that would be cute. So what I'll do is I'll just work out where I want that to punch. And work out how much of the cardstock I just need to take off. I think about that much. Where's my little pencil? There we go. So I think we'll go there, and we'll estimate on the other side. So I'm using this little piece that I just did the test with as my little template, and hopefully I'm doing it the right way this time, because last time I did this, I did it the wrong way. So it had been a while since I had used it. There we go. And so if I trim my cardstock there, and then, oh actually that one's not, that one's out a little bit further. I'll just take that in a little bit more. And then when I punch it, I'll know exactly where the scallop is going to be. So I'll just trim this up here. And the other side. And then I'll do my little punchy punch. Now, if you find that your piece is a little bit small or a little bit short to fit in your punch, what you can do is make a little handle out of a piece of Post-it note, if you haven't seen this tip before. So you just cut a little strip. I've actually got acetate strips that I made specifically for this purpose, but I'll show you how to do it with a Post-it note. And then you just pop your little piece onto the Post-it note, and you can use that as a handle to put the piece in and out of your punch. So I'm going to flip it over and go in this way. There we go. I'm going to line that up and just punch. Cute. And then we'll turn it around and do the same on the other end. Make sure you pop it back into the same side. Line it up with the end of the punch, and punch. There we go. There we have our cute little label with the little scalloped ends. So I did do it the right way this time. Yay. So that's the Happy Labels Pick-a-Punch. That's the only pick-a-punch that we have at the moment. I love the pick-a-punches, and I'm really sad that the other ones went away. But we've still got that one, so at least we've still got one to play with, so that's good. Okay, now my little label, I think is going to go there. Yep. So if I do, so I think I just need that purple one there. I don't think I need another circle, because the layout had another circle. It had the sentiment, let's see, had the sentiment going across there, and there was another circle here. But I don't think we need the other circle. I think just that one there will be enough to break it all up. What do you reckon? I think I like that. So I think I'm going to stick that one there. So this is also from the Spotlight on Nature dies. Now before that sticks permanently, whoops, I'm just going to check that I've got that lined up where I want it. I'm just going to push that in a little bit more. In a little bit, in a little bit. There, like that. Good. All right, now we'll take the backings off our dimensionals that we put on here before. And put our little focal piece here. Very cute. And then we've got our sentiment label, and our little sentiment label is just going to go across there like that. So I'm going to put a dimensional under there. So yeah, so we didn't use the little small circle. Oops. What did I say I'm getting? Dimensionals, that's right. So let's see, so I can probably fit, I'll probably do the small ones, I think, a mini. Oh, there's another circle. I've got all these circles laying around now that I didn't use. Okay, so I think I'll put one under there. So that will sit there like that. And then down here, because this is mounted up on one layer already, and then this is going up on a layer, I'm going to add 2 dimensionals here stacked on top of each other. I'm going to stack them so that then we've got, because this one is down on another layer, and then that will make sure that our tag sits nice and flat across those different layers. Does that make sense? So I've got 1 layer on here, 2 layers on here because this one is already lower, and then we'll just have it going across here like that. There we go. And that is sitting on that little purple layer there. And now we've got our bling. So this beautiful bling is a Sunny Day Iridescent Dots, and this is from the mini catalogue. I'll show you where to find it, or you can find it in my online store as well. So just as a reminder, this was the layout that I was using for the tag. We added an extra tag, and I just didn't add that extra circle there because we've got the label as well, and I didn't want to cover up more of that toadstool. So the embellishments, let's look them up in the back in the index. Remember that you've always got the index in the back of your catalogue to look up any item that you're looking for. So Sunny Days Iridescent Dots, it's under embellishments. Sorry, I'll show you over here. It's under embellishments over here, and it's on page 31. It is part of a different suite, a suite that I haven't spotlighted yet with you because I only just got the papers last week. So it's from the Friends of the Ocean suite or suite collection, and you can find them here. So there, you'll see the price over here. Okay, so it's from that suite there. So we've used a few different things, coordinated a few different products. I just thought these dots are so bright and colorful, and the pink ones and the orange ones go really nicely with this suite. Now I haven't actually used the orange ones or any orange colors today because I was using the colors in this paper. So I think we're just going to use the pink dots. Now these ones are really quite big. So let's see. Oh yeah, that works. I'll put a big one up there, and we might put a small one down here, and then we could put another small one down here as well. There we go. Cute. Look at that. What do you think? Cute card, hey? And this strip we're going to use for the insert on the inside. Now I don't normally do the inserts when I'm live because I usually take a fairly long time to do the rest of the card, but I do have a piece of basic white right here. So, oh no I don't, it's not a full piece, that's only a partial piece. Hang on a minute. We will grab a piece of white. And I'll show you how I create my inserts very quickly. Okay. You can also decorate up your envelope with the designer series paper as well. Or you can stamp on the envelope. Just note that if you do stamp on the envelope, so I'm just cutting this A4 piece in half at 14.85 and then turning it on the long side and cutting it at 10.5. Yeah, just note that if you do stamp on your, or you use any ink on your envelope and it happens to get wet in the wet weather, the ink will run because it's water-based ink. So just keep that in mind. So I'm just going to cut this down now to 10.1. It's the same size as the DSP layer on the front of our card, and 14.45. Okay, and we've got this strip that was left over from the piece that we cut for the front, and that is going to fit perfectly along the bottom of our card, along the bottom of our insert. So we'll pop that on. So just put a bit of glue, bit of glue on there. Pop that along the bottom. Now you can have it right along the bottom, or you can have it just up from the bottom. It's really up to you. I think with this one, because it's a leafy pattern, I'm going to put it right on the bottom this time. I usually have them just up a little bit from the bottom, but we'll just have it right along the bottom. If it's a little bit too long, you then can just turn it over and trim it off. Mine's actually not too bad for this one. And then I like to use a dry adhesive on white cardstock for the insert, just because I find sometimes that the glue can be a little bit bumpy, and you can see those bumps through the white cardstock on your inserts on the inside. So I like to use a dry adhesive, and then I always stamp my sentiment before I'm going to send out my card, because it depends on who I'm sending it out to, and sometimes I want to write a bit more, sometimes I want to write a bit less. So it depends on what the occasion is. There we go. There we have our cute little card using the, just trying to find it, the Terrific Toadstools bundle. So there's your stamp, there's the punch. Sorry, the punch is probably going to reflect the lights. So there you go. So it took us a little while, but we got there in the end using one of the layouts from the catalogue, the mini catalogue as well, and just changing that up a little bit. I might trim my ribbon just a tiny bit, but I don't mind if it goes off the edge too much, because when it's displayed, it'll just sit on, you know, the surface that it's going to be sitting on. Now, if you wanted to, you could ink around the edge there with your brushes, with your blending brushes, or with a sponge dauber. But for this one, I've just left everything. I haven't really done any daubering on this one. I've just left everything really clean and crisp. So there you go. So I hope you really enjoyed that. All right, I'm going to tip the camera back up face to face to say goodbye to you all in person. So bear with me while I just do that. Here we go. So we'll do a little flippity flip. And I've got to flip the, how did I do that? How did I flip that now? I've got to remember how I did it, because I changed everything, didn't I? All right. Bear with me. There we go. It was a little bit more awkward and temperamental trying to flip the camera that way, but we made a workaround, so all good. But now everything will be back to front, so you'll be seeing everything back to front. But there you go. So there's our cute little card. So thank you all so much for your help with that. It is the first card I have created with this one, with this set. So sometimes when we're creating with a new one, we have to play around a fair bit first to really get the feel for the products. But really fun bundle, that one. I love that stamp set. It's really cute, and those papers are oh so cute. So remember, the bundle is available in the mini catalogue. The papers are a free item from Sale-A-Bration with a $100 order. So if you need any information about Sale-A-Bration, let me know. You can earn free products. It's a great time to join, remember, as well. We've got that amazing joining offer where you can get $397 worth of product for just $169. There's my little flyer about that. So you get a free stamp set. Oh, over this side, you get to choose 2 sets of the markers, whichever 2 color families that you would like. Plus, you're going to get to choose $235 worth of product of your choice, and you're only going to pay $169, and you become part of the fun crafting community and get those beautiful discounts too. And remember as well, I'll just remind you too that I have got my new card buffet coming up. It's going to be a Wednesday midweek class starting on the 29th of January. So if you would like more information about registering for that, please let me know, or see the link in the comments here on Facebook or in the description over on YouTube. So thank you all so much for being with me today. I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope that you learned a few tips and tricks along the way. And if there's anything I can help you with, or you have any questions, feel free to get in contact with me and let me know. I'd be happy to help you, of course. So I hope you all have a great week. I hope you fit in some crafting there somewhere along the way. And I look forward to seeing you all again next Monday at 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye.